Before you hand over $54,000 for Mazda's flagship electric SUV, there is one critical deal breaker nobody in the dealership brochure is telling you about. Welcome back to Supercar. If you are passionate about real, honest automotive reviews and want to stay ahead of the curve on every major vehicle release, hit that subscribe button right now and turn on notifications so you never miss an upload. When Mazda announced the all-new 2026 Mazda CX-6e, I was first in line. On paper, it promised everything. Sleek Kodo styling, futuristic electric performance, a massive 26-inch dashboard display, and a price tag that undercut the Tesla Model Y. But after driving it every single day, my excitement has turned into genuine buyer's remorse. And today I am sharing the exact reasons why I regret buying the 2026 Mazda CX-6e. The gorgeous exterior design is actually a clever disguise for a driving experience that completely betrays Mazda's legendary heritage. When you walk up to the CX-6e, it looks incredible with its sculpted body panels, illuminated grille wing, and aggressive stance. But the moment you take the wheel, you quickly realize this isn't the tight, driver-focused Mazda we have known for decades. Because this EV was co-developed on a Chang'an joint venture platform, it trades Mazda's iconic Jinba Itai horse and rider feel for a soft, floaty ride. Weighing in at over 2 tons, the suspension wallows over highway, crests and thumps uncomfortably over sharp city potholes. Instead of feeling planted and agile, it handles like a heavy, disconnected crossover that has lost its soul in translation. Trying to operate basic climate controls on this giant touchscreen while driving is not just annoying, it is downright dangerous. Mazda used to preach physical ergonomics and driver safety, keeping physical buttons and tactile dials right at your fingertips so your eyes stayed on the road. With the CX-6e, they completely threw that philosophy out the window in favor of a massive 2655-inch ultra-wide display. Want to adjust the air conditioning? Change the fan speed? Or turn on your seat heaters? You have to swipe through touch sub-menus on a central panel that has virtually no physical buttons. At highway speeds, spending 3 seconds staring at a glass screen just to adjust basic cabin controls isn't futuristic design. It's a massive step backward for real-world usability. Opting for the futuristic digital side camera mirrors was easily the single worst decision I made on this vehicle. On the higher spec trim, Mazda replaced traditional glass side mirrors with sleek exterior cameras that feed live video to OLED monitors mounted inside the door panels. While it looks like a sci-fi dream on the showroom floor, living with it in reality is exhausting. Digital mirrors eliminate natural depth perception, making parallel parking and merging onto busy freeways far more stressful than they need to be. Worse yet, when driving in heavy rain or at night, glare from trailing headlights washes out the door screens, leaving you with blurry visual noise where your blind spot should be. The advertised driving range evaporates the moment you step out onto the open highway. On the official test cycle, the 78 kilowatt-hour battery pack claims to deliver close to 300 miles of driving range. However, out on the real road in mixed conditions, those figures crumble under pressure. Cruising at 70 miles per hour with the climate control running, the real-world range plummets significantly. Add in cold weather or a loaded boot, and you will find yourself searching for fast chargers far sooner than expected. And while Mazda promises up to 194 kilowatt peak charging rates, the charging curve drops off dramatically after 50%, making routine road trip stops take far longer than advertised. The Hyperactive safety electronics treat you less like a driver and more like an unpredictable liability. Modern safety technology is meant to assist you, but the driver assistance suite inside the CX-6e feels hyperactive. The driver attention monitor sits right on the column, incessantly chiming if you look toward the passenger side screen for more than a second, which ironically you have to do because all the vehicle settings are locked in that screen. Meanwhile, the lane keep assist system reacts aggressively to standard road markings, tugging on the steering wheel near highway construction zones, combined with occasional phantom braking from the adaptive cruise control near off-ramps. Driving this car on long trips becomes a tiresome battle against its own software. The interior storage and cargo practicality suffer heavily from form prioritizing over daily function. For a mid-size SUV that stretches longer than a Tesla Model Y, the interior space utilization is frustratingly inefficient. That sweeping aerodynamic roofline looks stunning from the outside, but it cuts into rear headroom for taller passengers. Furthermore, despite having a frunk under the bonnet, the main rear cargo capacity is surprisingly shallow due to the elevated floor and sloped tailgate. Trying to load bulky luggage or family gear reveals that the CX-6e sacrificed practical utility purely for aerodynamic styling points. Early production software bugs will leave you wondering if your car is going to boot up properly every single morning. Over my weeks of ownership, the software glitches have gone from minor quirks to full-blown headaches. I have experienced sudden Bluetooth disconnections, wireless smartphone mirroring dropping out mid-navigation, and digital key app failures that occasionally fail to recognize the vehicle. The 50-inch head-up display occasionally flickers or fails to project speed limits accurately. When you pay premium money for a modern electric SUV, you expect the software interface to feel polished, not like an unfinished beta test delivered to paying customers. Before you jump on the new EV wave, ask yourself if you are truly willing to trade driver, connection and daily practicality for flashy digital screens. The 2026 Mazda CX-6e isn't a completely terrible vehicle. It is whisper quiet. Acceleration is smooth and the exterior design is undeniably head-turning. But for long-time Mazda enthusiasts who value dynamic handling, intuitive physical controls, and bulletproof daily engineering, this electric crossover feels like a massive compromise. It tries so hard to mimic digital vehicle trends that it loses the very essence of what makes a Mazda great to drive. If you are considering buying one, I strongly advise taking an extended real-world test drive first. Let me know down in the comments if you would still buy the CX-6e or if you are looking at other options. And don't forget to like and subscribe to Super Car for more honest automotive reviews.
with